But it's time to show Gadis that we're not here just to play around. Just get past this as fast as we can. And this time we're going to show him that we know that he's only not weak when he's good at spinning. But we still want to be careful because of how much that attack does. But as you can see, we already have him rather weakened. He can do that little attack with his small axes too. It's really just the big one that I'm afraid of, though. But when he's in the corner, he's very safe, because all he has to do is just start to fling his big axe at me, and I don't have any chance to attack him, to counter, to do anything at all. He seems to really like this attack this run through. If you stop moving at all, that one will get you. But, whew, perfect attack. A run, rather. Used all of his attacks. I survived. And we get to go on to the next area. Whew. Making a save of that right away. This is, by the way, the Bronze District. Later on we'll be seeing Silver, and then, as you might have guessed, Gold. It's time for us to move on. Ah, there we go. To the Silver District. Well, Silver District A, anyway. And here's a statue. Can't really talk to it, but it's a winged statue. The winged statues, none of them will be of the goddesses, and we won't see or hear anything of Fina or Rhea. But rest assured, they're doing whatever they were doing before this game started. Really not sure what they did after East 1 and 2, but I imagine that they went somewhere else. Wherever, angels go when they don't have a place. I have no clue where that is. This area also has this lovely, annoying effect, where you can only see just around you. Which anyone that knows me knows I hate. Just because it's not... It's rather artificial anyway, especially in this game. Because the area looks plenty bright around all. They didn't even... I mean, it's silver. So it's just kind of like, we hate you, and want you to suffer. It's not at all like an enhancing thing. Artificial difficulty, bad. Like throwing higher numbers at you with the same exact AI, bad. Just like sitting around while you're in a safe area to heal is very bad. But I'm going to be doing it regardless, because this area is very, very nasty. Very nasty indeed. But actually, you know what? We cleared the bronze area, so I think that this is as good a time as any. Nah, let's keep going a little bit. This video could be a little bit longer. At the end of this video, I'm going to grind up, whatever's left between me and the next level, and go on from there. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get a level before we leave this area, just because the boss of this area is very, very nasty. As it is, I don't want to give her any kind of an advantage over us. Us being me, but I imagine that we're all on the same team if you're still watching this at this point. If you're not, then the heck are you doing here? That odd little sound effect really sounds like it shouldn't be part of the song, but I assure you that it is. Okay, so we have those two doors there. They look very going-forward-y. So we're going to sit here and ponder the meaning of life, and we're not. That last section was pretty short, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't even have any treasure to it, which is weird. I mean, we explored every nook and cranny. Gadis' attacks did do quite a bit, but they weren't really that bad. They were just, well, the way this game works. If something hits you, it's going to kill you. It's sort of very Toho-ish, which shows the roots that they both shared a common console. Well, only East 3 was ever on the PC-98. But, NEC, NEC, whatever. So this way goes that way. I just want to check the other path really quick. As I have replayed some of this game just to get myself reacquainted, but replaying this place, we have to go through this once. And like Solomon Shrine, I still wouldn't remember. And if this place actually moves us forward, I will run back and check the other path. But this way looks like it may just get us to a treasure, which would be preferable. Because I can imagine you're all knowing that we're near the end of equipment tiers, And the sooner we can get that sweet final game equipment. Whoa! Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We have mimics in this dungeon. That's right, mimics. The wonderful friend that makes you think you're about to get a chest, when really you're just about to get your face broken. Oh, oops. That was not intended. That said, I want to explore this area really quick just to make sure there's nothing useful in it. And well, what do you know it? I went into one of the non-useful parts of this dungeon. In other words, I went into one of the parts in this dungeon. And there's a locked door. Well, blocked anyway. Don't know if you'd call it locked. Usually that means there's a keyhole. That said, this is Silver District. I want to say it's B? Doesn't save the area you're at unless you save. And it doesn't do that very well in this version. I can't really tell you. I am going to abuse some of the standing and healing here, but hopefully as minimally as possible. But let's double check that I didn't pass anything up. I swear we came from this spot. Yeah, there's a new enemy here. Then those fireballs don't come from them, but they obviously are the ones that create them. No one ever said that this game is the best in the series. Either I'm remembering the place I came out of wrong, or these are different monsters than before. As you can see though, the enemies do have higher health than you, which usually, when the normal enemies have higher health than you in this game, is a sign that you're underleveled. Because, well, they should be dying faster, and they shouldn't have the capability to stay alive that long. So that level that will be rather easy to gain, as these give me almost 50 a pop. I can't really tell without having to stop the game. But they give me enough for it to be worth grinding them out to get that level. It's not like you just shoot me on the other side of that door. Yep. Went in through that side, came out this side. Okay, we'll go back through this one. I am of the mind that a Let's Play should show off as much of the game as possible, but I admit I don't mean to show you all of the dead ends. Whoa, that's just happening. And hey, new enemies are showing up that weren't showing up the time before, so I'm going to pretend like I did that on purpose. Maybe I never went through this door. Okay, someone feels a little bit silly right now, and then someone would be me. That said, this place is also a friggin' maze. That with the enemies not staying the same, there not being a lot of defining marks in the walls, it being an earliest, well, probably mid to latest. Is this actually a chest? We got the herbs. So that was a non-useless item, and non-useless room in general. We're not going to find a lot of those rooms here. I think we came in through this one. So we did. So that was this pointless little detour. At least we now have under 300 gold to get to the next level, and a brother 300 experience. I knew there was something about this area that I didn't recall properly. All that said, we are explorers. Whoa, crap! I know it looks like I'm just ramming into them like a moron, and don't get me wrong, I am. But it's not quite as much me just pressing forward so much as Al getting buffeted and me trying to move to the side and getting buffeted again. Huh. Well, and it kind of makes sense that that one would go down there, and this one would be the way to continue, if you draw lines and pretend. Conspiracy theorists must really enjoy how everything just adds up in their lives. The aliens are pretty easy. You'd think that with those staffs they'd be like shooting magic or something, and these spike turtles are kind of interesting in that they have the same slow ponderous AI, yet have a shape that you can more commonly associate with the fast things in this game. But now our health is at 200. We're still getting good EXP from these things, but... and they still do have higher health than us, but I don't really think that grinding another level would really be all that valuable at this point. Whoa! I say before running right into a treasure chest that wants to eat me. Whew. Okay, being much more careful about that. I just lost over 100 health from one weak enemy. Whew, yeah, let's just heal a little bit of a bit. Whew. Yeah, definitely not fighting the boss before gaining another level, probably, just to keep things fair. Since these areas don't quite give you enough experience to just be able to... I'll go through them quickly. I think this was where I just was. No, this is not where I just was. Those enemies have an annoying way of not being stunned like everything else. And they always reappear in the same spot. That's right, all the treasure chests in this area are just mimics. I forgot that. They do teleport, but it's not really teleporting since they will always reappear in the same spot. Ow. It's more like going temporarily invincible. Huh. But I guess when they reappear like that, it appears that they're teleporting. Not really the same thing. So that was empty. That's locked. Then I think this is the way to continue. Whoa, there's our gargoyle. I seem to remember grinding on these guys a lot for a level up or two. How nostalgic. For them, I mean. To be killed the same way as before. Okay, yeah, I've already gained 500 experience in this area. It is really begging me just to hit max level, isn't it? So all the best experience enemies in the game will not give me meaningful experience. Those fireballs cannot be run through, unlike the fire pillars I was running through before, or the spikes. Oddities in this game, I swear. See, that goes in there. Just going to check over in this section. I think that continues us. So we're going to briefly check in over here first. As you'll see, that looks familiar. But I don't know whether it actually is. I'm betting it just looks familiar. Whoa. There we go. I don't know why I'm looking for treasure chests, since I'm pretty relatively sure that there's no gold to be had, or rather no treasures to be found in this entire section. But that said, I have always been a sucker for hoping against hope. Okay, we're just gonna ignore you because you're hurting me. And check here. Ow. Being buffeted by those guys is no fun. Going here. Which just leads us back out. Same place. I swear I did not do that on purpose. That said, pretty sure there's nothing else more that direction anyway, so we're just going to proceed back to where we split off before. See, one little hit from them takes 50 health. Now yeah, that would kind of strike me in most games as maybe I just missed a piece of treasure. Or maybe I really desperately need that level. But in this game, more just strikes me as more further evidence that, yeah, things are not always great. But at least I'm getting lots and lots of experience. This is usually the part of the game where I recommend hitting max level. And with the mood changing... Did I? You, who wields the hero sword. Ah, here we go. We are Lord Lafon's chosen successors. Greetings, my name is Tarim. We are the 5 disciples who serve Lord Lafon's. I am Mayu. We grew tired of waiting. I am Serrano. In ancient times we fought the Winged Ones with Lord Lafon's. I am Toria. The Winged Ones are ancient beings, and they use ancient powers. Only the items imbued with Lord Lafon's spirit, the hero's sword, armor, shield, can oppose that power. I am Radi. The ancient power is being revived. The Mask of the Sun has been removed. It is surely being carried to the Golden Temple. If the 3 eyes you carry are fixed there, the pedestal will be complete. In order to restore power, the power area in the center of the Silver Citadel must be restored. There must be a sacrifice for that. Just a little while ago, I saw a girl dressed up as the sacrifice would be. There's not a moment to lose. Take the hero equipment and go quickly. We place our divine protection on the one who possesses the hero sword. Turn to stone. I'm guessing they're just statues that have their spirits within them or something like that. But you can never be too sure with a game like this. That said, we have another one of these areas, but this time it doesn't look like there's anything there. Unlike before we had a mask. Mask of the Sun has been taken. Wait, it said that on the way in, on the way out. That is some bad, lazy way of doing that anyway. But I think that is enough plot for the moment. So I think this is a good time to stop for now. And I think... I was going to try and finish out the game tonight, but I think I'm going to finish recording that another time. Just going to double check there's nothing in the next area that's going to make me really, really, really desperately want to continue this. But I'm pretty sure not. No. So, just going to step outside, and I want to thank you all very much for tuning in again to watch, to see the adventures of Otto Kristen as he destroys all those who oppose him, especially if they are spikes, fire, or shooting fire, or spikes. And I want to thank you for, well, staying subscribed if you are. And I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I lied, I'm not stopping quite yet, because that's a different colored gargoyle. Because we got the herbs, which healed us fully. Always so silly the way that works out, the way that you just use as an item when he's already carrying one at the same time. You'd think he'd realize, one of these items good, many of these items better. But it's Otto Kristen. He learns it eventually. Which I guess is really what matters. So, I am going to, since we found this area, those are the gargoyles that are best for experience. As you can see, we went quite quickly higher up the XP chain than we were before. So I think now is a better moment than any for me to step off, do some off-screen grinding, because the thrill of this game is not me doing low damage to the enemies and watching them torture me slowly to death repeated times. I did only have to do the Gadis fight twice that you didn't see, but to be fair, once that you didn't have to see feels a little bit too much to me. So now that we even have a way outside, this seems like an even better moment. I'm just going to save right here, and when you next see me, I'll be a few levels higher. We're in the Silver Citadel C too, which, hey, C's a good thing, right? So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have yourself an absolutely wonderful day.